All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Yeah. This should be fine. I'm gonna have chat on the side. It should work. Oh, I'm gonna do like a small introduction as well. Actually, I think I'll change the title to Anime Beginners Tier List. Bam! Anime Beginner. Tier list. There we go. I want to wait for people to join the stream. It's too late to. I didn't really know what to do, so last minute set up a video for a stream, which I had an idea to make for another channel, but not for another channel. I had an idea to make for a channel at some point, like a video or something. But I was like, why not make a quick little fun stream for you guys that you might enjoy. So here's like the beginner guide for beginner tier list guide. Anime beginner tier list. All right. Amateur with a big A. There you go. I'm ready to start the list. So I'm gonna talk about my points as well. This is not gonna take like as long as it's gonna look like, because this is like 243 animes, which I'm not gonna go through all of them. But I'm gonna make a quick list explaining my reasons and explaining reasons why you should watch it as your first anime, or like why I think it's one of the greatest and first animes. Let's start with, I'm not gonna start with One Piece. I'll start with Boruto. It's pretty bad. Very long episodes. Very long, not very long episode, very long series. Really really not as good as Naruto. I feel like for a beginner that starts watching anime, this is like the bottom of the barrel to start with, pretty much. Nothing crazy happens in the first couple episodes. It's very long, and most people are gonna get scared for how long it is. So I would recommend someone to watch it or to get into it as their first anime, or like as like a beginner watcher, you know, the guy that only just started watching anime. I wouldn't recommend to watch Boruto. So that's my first one right here. Let's start with another one. Demon Slayer. I think it's I'm leaning towards these two. It's pretty okay. I feel like if I was to give this show to like someone that watched like two animes before, or like just beginner, he probably would like it and probably would watch it. It's still long. It obviously has series like a couple seasons, but I think they can probably binge watch the first season pretty easily. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. But I think it's still a decent choice for someone to start with. Yeah, that's like the beginning of the tier list. I think these are pretty solid places right now. All right. I'm not gonna do One Piece yet. I'm gonna look for my first S rank. If I can find it, it should be in this list. And I think it's like one of the most solid shows to start with of all time. I think it's like if there was a show that you should start watching first, this one is one. It's a must. It's actually I think it is a best beginner show. Actually, it's solid because some people don't like sub, so I'm pretty sure they doesn't have all the dub episodes, so you can't watch the whole season, the whole show dubbed or something like that. If I remember correctly, I also could be wrong, but that's why it's a solid choice. It's not like the top of the barrel. Um, let's see what else. I'm looking for a specific show, but I can't seem to find it. Where is it? I'm also gonna put. Oh, there we go. One Punch Man, 100%, best of the best, best show to start with. Out of all the animes, I would say it's probably the best of the best to start with. If you're starting to watch anime from the beginning. Also, I think I changed this to. Uh, entertainment instead. I think there we go. Yeah, I think these are the best two that you should probably start with the most, like the easiest to get into. I think comedy is probably the like clutch if you want to start anime and you don't know what to watch. They're like the basic formats, basic like shows that you should have in the list. You know, are shows that you probably should start with because they're easy to get into and they're just straight to the point, just comedy, cool vibes. I would probably recommend if I was to recommend someone to watch your first anime, and even if it's a guy, even if it's a dude. One Punch Man would probably be my first choice. Now let's go for like something else that would work. Another one that's really solid, probably even better than Psyche, is Spy Family. I think it's another solid one to start with. Let's do some horrible ones. And this one's absolutely garbage. The show is absolutely garbage. I watched it a while back. It's absolutely hard. The story just mess. No one's gonna. I wouldn't recommend no one to watch the anime. I haven't watched. All right, let's start with the big ones now because they're like on the list and we might as well get through them. One Piece is not the best. It's better than these two. It's just the beginning. It's so long and it's super long anime. So many episodes. It's gonna take 10 years and a half to get through, but it's really really good. It's really worth the time. But I wouldn't give it to a beginner and be like, watch this. Actually, this doesn't really make sense now that I think about it. Just I can just take the list off. I could just remove the row, so it's like this. That didn't really make sense to be in there, but this is pretty much the best. All right, let's go Naruto just in general. I think both of them just go here. I think Shipping just a bit above that. They're both just super long. The only reason why they're here is because it's too long, and people would at the beginning of starting the anime journey and watching animes, they wouldn't go for something so long. And I feel like it's too much of a hassle for people to get to watch. It's an isekai. It's easy to get through. I think it's a pretty okay. My Hero, it's another really good choice. I would have it on. I have a solid choice. GT, same issue as the rest. Probably just here. Dragon Ball. If you didn't watch it as a kid, you're not gonna watch it. As a beginner. So these go all here. All Dragon Balls go on this, and not good. Black Clover. I hated the beginning. I found it to be super slow. So for that reason, I would have it down here as well. I would have it above. I would have it above there as like beginner friendly. I think it's better than actually. I'll probably number one and good because it's shorter than these. It's a bit easier to get into than them probably as well, and it's just a decent show. Slime, about as good as this. Same with this one. Soda, really easy to get into. Konosuba, another really good one to get into. Even easier than Psyche, I think. Fairy Tail. Pretty bad to get into, to be fair. Re:Zero. Buff the okay. I feel like if I give a reason to every single one, we're gonna stay here for a long time. So I'm gonna kind of speed run through some of them quicker. So let's go through more of these. Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. The show is really good though. But would I recommend someone to watch it from as a beginner? I think the beginning is too like hardcore for someone that only just started watching anime. I would have it just below Full Metal Alchemist for one Black Clover. Right, this one. I watched and I don't think it's good for a beginner to watch to get into. Hunter x Hunter. I think it's a solid choice, but it's long, but it's probably easier to get into than all of these ones here as a beginner. I think just below Re:Zero I would put it. I haven't ever finished it, so I wouldn't know. Absolute garbage. I watched this. It's pretty hard to get into if you're a beginner, I think. So the plot is too complicated. If you have to think about some people at the beginner, you don't want to understand too complicated plots. So I would there maybe above Boruto because yeah, I wouldn't have it below Boruto. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have it below the barrel like that. But yeah, it's pretty decent. And this stream is honestly just here for vibes because I don't really know what to stream and I want to stream something and it's pretty late. So I couldn't think of I had to like look for references and stuff to the drawing today. So instead I decided to just make a little tier list. A pretty decently large tier list to be fair. Alright. JJK. JJK for a beginner. Wouldn't even come close. It would probably be better choice than all of these though. It would probably be better choice than Black Clover to get into at the beginning too. But Parasite, not even a close, bro. Parasite is like here. It's really bad to get into with a lot of like gruesome stuff. I don't think anyone will start with that. People just get scared. There's someone also. Dr. Stone. Solid. Bleach. Same problem as these. Just a bit easier to get the Fairy Tail. I have watched it, but I wouldn't know where to put it. It's around trashy romance, so it'd be like just above Boruto. Like this. Maggie, I haven't watched. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna have to think a bit. Attack on Titan. It's as gruesome as these. I think it's probably the gruesomest out of these. So let's go down here. Some of the listens. I have watched it, but I don't know where I would put it. Just underneath, like there. Absolute garbage. Goes down here. I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch this. I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch this. Like this one is one that is gruesome, but mostly, yeah, it's still gruesome. I'll put it like down here. Yeah, the lower down it is, the harder it is for people to get into and to watch as a beginner. That's what I'm considering as the list goes on, so you guys know as well. The lower down the anime is in the list, the lower chance of people of someone ever of it being hard to start pretty much as a beginner. Oh, Hell's Paradise. It still goes like if Chainsaw Man is down here, has to be down here too. Just a bit below, no, even above Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan is too gruesome for a beginner. There's some people that would get into Attack on Titan straight away, but I feel like if you're really be starting out, the best is just to straight up comedy, slice of life, a bit, but not a bit of action, but not here. Like I feel like Spy Family is also really great for this like beginner anime. Like Fate, Fate. It would be about the same as Boruto. Just and this is like very all very bad as a beginner. Let's be honest. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched. Solo leveling. No game, no life. I mean, I think it still goes here. I have never watched this. Never watched this. D-Gray-man, I haven't watched enough to know where to put it. I haven't watched this. I haven't watched this. I haven't watched this. I haven't watched this. Eden Zero. Just where Fairy Tail was as well. Compare them both at the same level of animes that I would not put as a beginner to watch. Actually, I think I would put Eden Zero higher than I would put Fairy Tail for a beginner. I think I'll put it in this lane because it's easier to watch, shorter, and it's a new show, so it's a bit easier to get into. It has alright story as a beginner, and yeah, I think you can probably get into it easily. Dress Up Darling, put it down here. Monster's too complicated. Shaman King is pretty mid. Also, I haven't watched these. I have watched Dress Up Darling. There you go. And that's World Trigger. That same thing. It's not. It's pretty long, but it's not. I wouldn't estimate. I would see people start with World Trigger, even though it's a bit of a mid. Like no one really watches it. I don't really hear people talk about it much, but I think it's still a good show. So could be pretty decently high. I think like it would be close to where Fullmetal Alchemist is. Not good. It's not the greatest. I haven't watched Element. I have not watched that. I have not watched this. I have not watched this. I have not watched this either. I have not. There's a lot of shows that I haven't watched in this list. Damn. I've watched this. It's absolute garbage. Let me mix this up a bit so it's not as bad. This above that. That's pretty much fine. Or it is. Log Horizon. I have watched it, but I would not put it too high. Dororo. I have never finished it. Reincarnated as a Spider. Have not watched it. I have not watched this. I have not watched this. I have not watched this. Clanad, horrible to watch as a beginner. Like the slice of life is pretty bad at the beginner. Like if we're talking about after story, you're still pretty hard watch for a beginner. even though it's like one of my favorite animes of all time, it wouldn't go as high as it wouldn't be that high. I'll just put it above I'll just put it there for now, but honestly it might even be like down here somewhere, which I think it's gonna be. Probably it's kind of sad to put kind of up down there. I have watched this trash. I think it's down here. Steins Gate. It's very popular. Obviously, it's one of the like best animes in the list. In anime in general. Top of my anime list is like super high up there. If it's like number fourth or fifth anime, or even like above that. I'm not really sure exactly where, but I wouldn't think it's a really good anime to get into. It's really complicated if you're only just starting out. I think that's fine. I think Fairy Tail is probably easier to get into than and Bleach as well. And just this. All right. I have watched it, but I think this show is pretty decent to get into actually. Just there, it's fine. Just above, actually, maybe even above these. If these are here, then this should be there too. Never watched. Haven't watched. I have watched. I don't remember much about it, but I think it's fine. I'll put it down in the list there. I have watched, but I'm putting it in garbage. So just I'm gonna make a new list. I'm make a new line, new row. Trash. There we go. I'm gonna make it gray. Gray. Oh, that just adds it on top of that. I want it below. And all right. No, I just fricked it up, didn't I? Well, they added back to the OG. All right, fine. Not good. Very bad, and then just trash. So I get for wanting to make a list a trash line. It's fine though. I would just redo it. It's fine. It's gonna take a bit more time, but I can redo it again. All right, this show, I don't like it. This show, absolute trash. Absolute. There's gonna be a lot in absolute trash. It's pretty bad. Mob. It's probably the best of OKs, I guess. Trash. Never watched actually. It's probably up there. Haven't watched it. It's pretty damn alright to get into. I think Korea's it's pretty good. Boku no Stray Dogs. It's also pretty okay. Never watched. It's pretty funny, but I wouldn't say it's good, so I'll put it down here. I've never watched 3. I've watched. I never watched it. By trash, I mean it's not watchable for like a beginner. I wouldn't recommend anyone ever to watch it. In general, like these are not great. Okay, never watched. I have watched this one. It's not horrible, as bad as the rest. It's pretty damn bad. Never watched. Girlfriend God, decent enough to get into. Cow People is an OG one, pretty old, but I think it's pretty alright to get into at the beginning. Yeah. You can see a pattern here, bro. I have watched. This is one that I would say it's pretty bad, like actually really bad, because you have to actually watch the whole series. Like you have to watch the whole entire index anime to be able to even rate it, because you wouldn't know what happens if you don't reach the whole thing. So that for that one reason, it's pretty bad to get into. Another I watched, I don't remember much of it, but I would say it's not really good to start with. Baki, about the same. Berserk, I haven't watched the old one. Blue Lock is pretty damn good to get into. I think it's okay. It's not great. I like it, but I wouldn't put it as. I wouldn't. If I started watching Vinland Saga first, I don't think I would. I don't know. I would put it above JJK just a bit. Too hard. I watched this and I got absolutely terrified as a beginner. And I watched it like very early on, and I was terrified watching it. So, Fire Force, solid watch. That's a bit too much. You know what? So I'm gonna have to put it a bit lower. I'm gonna have to put it around here. God, yes, that's the real one. I think it's a solid choice if you like mechs. It's like really good to get into at the beginner, but you don't really know if you like mechs until you watch anime. So, horrible to start with. Horrible to start with. I've never watched. No, I've never watched. Evangelion, another one that's pretty bad to start with. Trashy anime isekais, never watched. I have never watched. It's pretty solid. Kids fighting each other, it's not too gruesome. I don't think it's as bad. It has less bad than Fire Force. It's just down the list there. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Just so I don't fully fill this up. I'm not gonna even put them on the list anymore if I haven't watched them. So it's a pretty banging show to start with. I think you can probably start with Soul Eater pretty easily. I think I'd put it here honestly. Let's see. It's pretty good to start with. It's just easier to do it like this. Absolute trash. Absolute trash. I didn't like it. I have never watched it. I didn't like this one. The Dead Mount Death Mount Death. Dead Mount Death or something. I don't like it too much. It's pretty mid. This one's pretty decent. Of the trash. Pretty bad. Classroom of the Elites can go into okay, I think, for people to start with. Just there. And it's just there. It's another trashy isekai. I think it's solid. I think it's solid actually. I'll put it there. I am just about there. Just another one. And just another one. Actually, I don't think I've ever watched this one. No, I have. It's here. Gates. Yeah. Yeah, it goes here. I mean, yeah, it goes very bad. I'm doing this like without thinking anymore. I'm just going in, bro. I just need to get this done. Yep. I never watched it, actually. What am I thinking so much about? I have not watched it. Yeah, I think it's pretty good to get into at the beginning. I'll put it as okay. The absolute garbage show. Absolute garbage show. Low Yuki. I remember watching that show, bro. Absolute garbage. I don't even remember why I watched it in the first place. It was dreadful. Dreadful anime. the guy has power of recycling, and he can recycle plastic into trees, and that's like his power thing. Why is my screen black? Oh, well, I'm so confused. There I was back. Yeah, he has the power to recycle or something, and he can like. It's a really strange power. Moshko Tensei. For this, I like the show, but I don't think it's good for enough to start with. It's another one that goes there. I really think this show is pretty decent to start with, actually. So, I think it's a pretty alright show to start with. Garbage, never watched. That's a garbage. Garbage too. Garbage. 86. It's another one that's a bit too gruesome, I think. But what I mean by this is, honestly, you think, oh no, he put these shows that are really great and but not good. But I mean it as a beginner guide, right? So the people that start watching anime, I wouldn't recommend them to watch only. I mean, you can start anywhere, but my topic would probably be One Punch Man, or my topic would be these right here, the ones that are solid and beginner to start with. And then it goes from downwards. It goes like this, pretty much all from pretty good. You'll probably be alright watching these as a beginner. All of these are pretty alright to start with, and then it goes okay. I'm gonna put this just below there. Then it's okay. You can kind of watch these afterwards. You pretty much, this is how you start. You start watching these, and then you start watching beginner, solid choice, and then pretty good, pretty okay, and then you go from okay, kind of, and then it just kind of start watching anything. So it's like the beginner kind of guide for how to start watching anime. You don't know what I mean? So I'm pretty much saying that these are the best choices to start with. I wouldn't say that these are bad shows, but they're bad for to start with specifically, because the shows are really that some of these shows are really good, but it's just really bad to start with them. It's just saying that it's a pretty bad start, pretty much, to start the specific animes. And I've watched this. This is absolute garbage, but it's decent to start with. So sadly, another absolute garbage, but it was pretty good to start with. God, these are pretty bad. Pretty gruesome start though. Actually, I have watched this. It's pretty. It can go there. Same with Dororo. And this can go here. I have never watched this. I have never watched this. I have watched this garbage. It goes here. The windbreaker or wind thing, whatever it's called in English. It goes up there, right there. It goes here. It's pretty alright. I think it's a decent show for someone to start with, actually. I think it's there. I think this should be actually this Love is War can go a bit higher. I made the isekais in their own thing, in their own layer. The ones that I think they're too trash to even be up. Zoma 100. I would definitely say it's a good start. I think it's probably below there. Because I feel like if you like zombies, right, I would say Zoma 100, you know, to start with. That's a like pretty clear choice for someone to start with if they like zombies. But to be fair, that's with all of them. But like, I'm just being honest. I think this is probably. I would still probably start with One Punch Man, even if I like with anime in general. I think that's how I started with watching anime. So I would recommend people to start it like that because I feel like it's the best way. In my opinion, I still think it's one of the best ways to start watching One Punch Man first, and then you can kind of have the vibe of how anime works in an easier way. And then you start watching more comedy, and then from comedy you can it's easier to branch to other stuff. So it's pretty damn good for a beginner. Too hot, too absolutely trash, absolutely trash. I watched all of these, just so you know. So I know it kind of went to put them. Yeah. All right. Goes there. I have never finished it. I have never watched it. I've never watched it. Goes here. I think it also goes here. Here. Goes here. I have watched this before. Goes here. Bleach. I put it in here. Predator also. And here's just what of stuff that we had before, so it just all goes in a line. Because that's how it was before. I think it might be just about here, this one. Where is it? There. I think it's a pretty solid list that I would give someone. If I was to give someone a list of stuff to start with, this would be like the kind of place I'd probably put everything. It's kind of like the mind map of how I would start anime. And I wouldn't give them any. I mean, they can watch the trash if they want to. It's not like necessary, you know. But I would say that this is kind of how I would have it. Just above, yeah, Parasite. I would say this is how I would have it, boys. This is not that bad. It can probably go there. Same with cara, to be fair. It could probably go there. It's not a great start though. It's a pretty damn long list, but we did all of them. All of the shows. All right. Where is it? It's in here. After this, after the list, I'm pretty much gonna be done with the video, the live stream. All right, Fate, Stay Night. It's pretty bad start. Let's be honest. Boruto. Put it on trash. This also goes in trash. This also goes in trash. This 100% in trash. This also in trash. This is pretty decent, but I don't think it would be a good start for people. I'll put it in trash, but it's pretty good. But I wouldn't actually. You can go here. I've never watched trash and trash. There we go. That's the list of how it work. These are like 243 animes. This is how I would rate the list of a beginner. This is kind of how I would go for it. One Punch Man, number 1, best. Spy Family, Konosuba, Psyche, My Hero, and Sword Art Online would be the go-to shows that I would start someone to watch anime with. And then it goes from there. Pretty good. It would be. These are kind of the shows. I would change the order. I'll probably help you look first. These are kind of the shows I would start after these. I kind of a mixture of everything. Kind of if what girls would kind of watch, it would probably be like a mixture of every gender kind of vibe here. So these are like for anyone, and then from good it goes to whoever kind of mixes around with other stuff, and then you can kind of go from bed, and then from bed, which are not bad, but it's just bad to start with them, you know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the live stream. I hope I see you in the next one. It's a pretty short one because it's late and I want to go to sleep, and I don't want to wake up anyone in my house, so it's gonna be kind of the end of it. Kind of a short stream, but I wanted to stream something, and this is probably what that's probably the best idea I could have come up with in the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye.